not because we can't kill him, but because he's just alerted their entire team that we're here, and he's going to do enough to give them time to rotate. Now it's my job to attempt to save this jungler, even though I don't have the shell, unfortunately, but I could try to save her through some unfortunate. I do end up killing the Bacchus, but in jumping, the Soul was able to cast an ability right under my feet, and I wasn't able to save the jungler. But now a kill onto the Soul is very probable. My Medusa is very low. There's 4 people here in our mid laners in mid. I mean, there's only so much you can do to attempt to save people. I think that we can get this kill though, with the what's her face being here, Scylla. Scylla finally rotated and we're able to pick up 3 kills. And fortunately, we won't do anything more than that. So hopefully we can get to her in time and stop her from dying. Fortunately, she's dead. Now it's just me and this Pele. I'm going to drop the Omnidus Charm here to ensure that she doesn't die and is able to keep fighting. Pop the shell again to ensure that she can absorb as much damage as possible. And now I'm going to attempt a body block for her so that she gets away. I have my stun up. I'm going to use that stun to stun them both, and that will get her away. Neith has shown up. Our support has shown up. So now we're able to probably turn this fight and kill one, if not both of them. Medusa will pick up the Achilles, and now this is looking like a fire giant. Hello, hope you're doing well, and today I'm bringing you some Bacchus support gameplay with the skin that has just been released for Bacchus. I could not play him. He is so cute. Anyways, we're playing some Bacchus. The build is at the start of the video in the form of a screenshot. Looks like they're going pretty heavy on the Medusa. My job is to now get over here and make sure that I shell her in time, and then body block a couple abilities so that she can get away no problem. Maybe I shouldn't have gone aggressive. I was under the impression we were going to go aggressive, but that's fine too. We managed to save her, and now Soul and Bacchus are both very low. I'm going to double pop potions here to ensure that I can still continue to tank both minions and them. And then now with my 1 coming back up, we might have some kill potential onto this Bacchus. He's about to get stunned here. It's up to the Medusa, and the shell does come through. It's going to be a little bit scary for me, but Medusa is full health. Oh, she's not. Actually, I lied. My eyes have deceived me. I'm going to go into body block just that one last auto to make sure she gets away just fine. And both of us will get away just barely. I feel like we could have done a little bit more there. I'm gonna make sure that I stay and wait for the Medusa to come back here. Looks like they're gonna go for heavy damage on the tower. If Medusa gets back in time and I get a knock up, they could die here trying to take this tower. Medusa has teleported in. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and attempt to go for the stun. Soul does get stunned, and unfortunately Medusa was just clearing the way, but that's fine. I'll take my back now, making sure that I back like when she's here so that someone's getting the gold from the minions, even if it is a little bit risky. Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Obviously, we're going to talk about playing Bacchus, we're going to talk about playing support, and we're going to talk about a build. And that's basically what we're going to cover in this video. This isn't going to be a complete Bacchus guide. That one will come out later this week. I've been needing some support guides ready to go anyways. I finished most of the ones that I wanted to get done. He should get stunned here. I'm going to go ahead and go in for the knockup, and we'll do some good damage on him, pop some potions. They're pretty low. So any moment here, a nice little knockup from me, or in this case, a gank from the Pele would lead to them dying. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for his stun to be over, wait for him to jump. He'll die before he jumps, and now I'm going to go for the stun onto the Soul. Hopefully I'm able to catch up to her. That's the beads down, so she will live. But we did get the kill on the Bacchus, which is a good start for us in this lane. But yeah, in support, your main... Ooh, she tries to go back in, but unfortunately it's just barely off the mark. Your main focus in this lane is always going to be to try to just support. I mean, it's in the name. You're going to try to support your ADC, whether it be something like I did there in helping her, supporting her get a kill, and or supporting this Medusa in making sure that she gains as much farm as she can from the minions, from the jungle buffs surrounding the area, and then also support her if she gets into sticky situations. Specifically, the most important thing that you can do as a support is body blocking. I just get into so many games where the supports don't body block effectively. Basically, whenever your support is dealing with another ranged character, you should be standing in between them. Unfortunately, as I talk about that, there is a 4-man gank, which unfortunately you have to also pick your battles. Obviously, I know that I will not survive fighting 4 people. I will not help her survive 4 people, so it's better to give them 1 kill as opposed to 2. So there are some situations in which you are going to have to let your ADC die. Fortunately, I'm not able to steal that away, but I should be just fine. Walk under tower, no problem. But yeah, body blocking. body block those auto attacks for your hunter. It is part of your job to make sure that they take the least amount of damage as possible. And that's just kind of the job of a support. It's not for everybody, but some people have fun with it. I definitely do. I mean, I play all the roles in the game, so this is just one of the many. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about the build a little bit later. I'm going to go ahead and jump onto the soul, hit her with some poke damage. My job isn't to like go in and kill her. It's literally just to hit her with some CC so that the Medusa can do the worthwhile damage that we need to kill her eventually. I'm about to get my ultimate here. Medusa has her ultimate as well. And especially if they use some abilities onto the jungle camp here, then they don't have them to use it against us. We might actually get some stuff done here. The problem is they're really far away from me. Medusa does go in and kill the soul pretty easily. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the ultimate, and the shell will save him. Unfortunate for the enemy soul that he shelled himself to save himself, but didn't shell them both. I feel like they could have both lived if he did that. Or at least there would have been a chance of them both living, but he shelled himself instead. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take my back here because I got my item to finish. So I get a lot of questions as to when a support should rotate. It really does depend on how the game is going. Usually I as a support like to rotate very early on. I'm rotating, level 6, level 7. Sometimes I'll rotate straight up level 5. It really does depend on how your match is going, especially if you see like kill potential or something that you can do elsewhere on the map, then you can rotate. But a good rule of thumb is if the enemy support isn't there, then you shouldn't be either. I'm going to go ahead and initiate on the soul. Again, hit her with a couple of attacks. It's literally just to give my Medusa time to do some damage and not really so much kill them myself. I'm going to go ahead and go pretty heavy onto the Bacchus, although the soul's going pretty heavy onto my Medusa. And now the soul is dead. But unfortunately, so is my Medusa. I'll be able to kill the Bacchus. Maybe I should have dropped that, this eventual kill that I'm about to get in order to help her live. That is unfortunate that I didn't have my shell either. His jump is down, my burp is up, and one auto attack into the ultimate. Looks like I'm going to need one more auto attack because the minion tanked one will grant me the kill onto the Bacchus. But yeah, it's up to you when you rotate. But general rule of thumb, if the enemy support is not in lane, then you should not be either, because if the enemy support rotates and you stay, you are taking farm away from your hunter. And again, the point of this role is going to be supporting them into transitioning into a point in the game where where they can be powerful and where they can be threatening. You're not going to do that if you just stick to them at the hip the entire game. You're going to have to give them eventually some time to just farm on their own and start rotating and maybe trying to help out other people in the team. Coordinate rotations with your jungler like I'm doing here. The jungler and me both happen to be in the same area, so she should be following me to gank over on this lane. And if we are successful, then it should be a free Gold Fury here. The third ability on the soul is down. I'm going to go ahead and jump over the wall. She gets hit by the jump. Knock up, she gets hit by the stun. And now a couple more auto attacks from the Medusa will grant her the kill. Unfortunately, she dashed away. She was pretty healthy, and I had the shell on top of that. I want to do Gold Fury, but with us not killing the Bacchus and Bacchus being pretty high health, it's a little bit of a risky play. So if they do end up showing up, we're probably going to have to just run. I am going to place some wards down, so at least if they try to pull up, then we can see it coming. And hopefully we're able to pick up this Gold Fury. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of what support is. Rotating from lane to lane. Here's the Bacchus. This is the scary part, not because we can't kill him, but because he's just alerted their entire team that we're here. And he's going to do enough to give them time to rotate. Now it's my job to attempt to save this jungler, even though I don't have the shell, unfortunately. But I could try to save her through some unfortunate. I do end up killing the Bacchus, but in jumping, the soul was able to cast an ability right under my feet, and I wasn't able to save the jungler. But now a kill onto the soul is very probable. My Medusa is very low. There's 4 people here in our mid laners and mid. I mean, there's only so much you can do to attempt to save people. I think that we can get this kill, though, with the, what's her face being here? Scylla? Scylla finally rotated, and we're able to pick up 3 kills. And unfortunately, we won't do anything more than that, of course, because 2 people did die. It's a 4-man rotation, unfortunately. And again, me jumping at like a really inopportune time. I mean, granted, if I didn't jump and knock him up, he probably would have killed my Pele and not the soul. But either way, I think I could have done that a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. All right, Medusa should be good over on the left side. She has a pretty decent lead over the soul. And if she ends up needing help, obviously I'll rotate over there. But for now, I want to focus around the other lanes in the map, whether it be mid lane solo or just continuing to kind of pair rotations with our jungler. That's going to be when a support at this stage of the map is at their strongest, is when they use their CC coupled with the damage from the jungler and then coupled with the eventual help of whatever lane you're ganking to kill somebody. And a lot of the times that's going to facilitate some of these greater things, something like a Pyromancer, something like a Gold Fury. So right now me and the Pele are getting ready to gank this enemy solo laner. Unfortunately, the Neith did end up backing to base, so we will not have her for this fight. But I'm hoping that we'll have enough here. I'm kind of holding off on my jump in case he tries to ult away, but I'm going to have to use it here most probably, and then probably eventually miss it. I have Amanita's Charm ready to go. I'm just scared that he has the ultimate. That's like the kind of issue here. I know we can kill him, but if he manages to ult away, it's going to put us in a very interesting situation. So for now, we'll just go ahead and clear this buff. I'll start talking about the build here in a second. If the Achilles does stay, there's a chance to regank, or there's the Scylla and the jungler in mid that we can gank. Again, my jungler is not following behind me, and my Scylla is halfway across the map for some reason. But I mean, I guess I'll do a little bit of damage to her. Jungler has arrived now. He's going to hit her with a couple of damage. I want to make sure that I hit the ultimate. And again, Scylla in her regular fashion. I try to throw that Amanita's Charm over there to maybe attempt to save her. Scylla in her regular fashion is going to be late to everything. And play like a real coward considering she's 2 levels ahead. She hasn't rotated. We've been rotated on by the mid laner a couple times. She didn't rotate to Gold Fury. She didn't rotate to this fight. Unfortunate. Not to talk too much shit, but like if you're gonna have a lead like that, then you might as well just use it, right? In my mid lane videos, you guys hear me talking all the time about how if you're gonna have a lead in mid, then use it to get other people ahead. Use it to rotate to other lanes. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like she's paying too much of attention. Not saying that she's bad. She's probably just blasting music and not even paying attention, but that's okay. No, he did jump in. I won't hit my stun. Unfortunately, my ultimate is down, and I think that we're going to calm down after this and probably just end up backing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the build. For starter items, Gauntlet of Thieves, it just gives you so much health. And in the early game, having this much health... Ooh, dude, I should probably go over there. We shouldn't be fighting, to be completely frank. There are 4 people here, and they try to fight 4 people. Maybe not the best idea. And now I'm going to go ahead and knock him up. And unfortunately, I get stunned too, so I might actually die. Even though I knocked him up, I got stunned anyways by his third ability, which is the new system. I forget what they call it. CC buffering. So yeah, fuck CC buffering. Like I was saying, having this much health very early on in the game is just super oppressive. Following it up with a high amount of protections could be very, very powerful as well. But some of the active effects are really good and really important, and I'll talk about that here in a second after we're done killing this soul. She's really far away from tower. There's literally no way she gets away. I have the shell and the Amanita's Charm if need be. I'm going to go ahead and pop the shell and grab our Medusa that kill so she can continue to push. Instantly, I'm going to start rotating somewhere else. I don't want to continue to stay in this lane and take more of her wave. Granted, she decided to back, but hadn't she decided to back, I'm not going to sit here and split wave with her. I got the kill. We got what we came for. I don't need to be like a detriment to her after that. Now we are surrounded by 3 people, so I'm going to hit him with a little bit of poke, and then we're going to just run because we don't want to fight 3 people. I think we've had enough of that going around this game. So I'm going to continue to talk. Oh, nice. Scylla soloed the enemy Scylla. I'm going to continue to talk about the build here in a second, but if you are somewhat enjoying this video, then make sure you like, comment, and specifically subscribe so you don't miss out on future Smite content. I post build gameplay videos like the one you're watching now for all of the roles, literally all 5 of the roles in Conquest. Everything goes as long as you don't ask me to play Arena, because I'm not doing that. I did drop the Amanita's Charm here. A kill onto any of them is honestly possible with the Medusa now being here. She's going to go ahead and dash in and grab the kill onto the Humbats. Now the soul is extremely low too. Unfortunately, she wasn't paying attention and I'm getting body blocked by minions, but I will make it over there unless the Scylla does before I do. And then we should be able to get this tower no problem. Very good fight by us. Very well done. Now the Scylla might be able to be killed except for the fact that everyone backed off, which is fine. Probably overextending if we stay a little bit too long anyways. Unfortunately, no Fire Giant up. Pyromancer is up. That's something that we can look for. No Gold Fury up either. Now, I would usually call to stay here and try to kill her, but Bacchus is on his way, so we don't really want to go through that. But yeah, anyways, I also post character guides like the Scylla guide that came out tomorrow. I have a lot of guides for a lot of the characters done. So if that's something you're interested in, then go ahead and take a look at my channel's character guide playlist. They're fun, like 12-minute videos that just teach you absolutely everything you need to know before picking a character up. And then I also post general guides such as my complete beginners Smite 2 guide. If any of that interests you, subscribe so you don't miss out on future content and check out the channel. Chances are I have a video that I posted already that you might find helpful. Also, I have a Discord server if you want to play games with me, have a chat with me, or have any questions. That's the easiest way to do so. If you need help with the game, we have a lot of people that are willing to help you guys out with anything from builds to general tips. And if you just want some friendly people to play Smite with, it's a non-toxic community that you guys can, find some friends in. And then finally, stream live on Twitch. He's a little bit out of position with his jump down. It's just me and the Pele for now. Scylla's up there, pretty high up. There's no way I'll make it to the Scylla in time. I do have the Stampede, which I'm going to pop here. So hopefully we can get to her in time and stop her from dying. Fortunately, she's dead. Now it's just me and this Pele. I'm going to drop the Omni Disarm here to ensure that she doesn't die and is able to keep fighting. And pop the shell again to ensure that she can absorb as much damage as possible. And now I'm going to attempt a body block for her so that she gets away. I have my stun up. I'm going to use that stun to stun them both, and that will get her away. Neith has shown up. Our support has shown up, so now we're able to probably turn this fight and kill one, if not both of them. Medusa will pick up the Achilles, and now this is looking like a Fire Giant. Soul's here. I would like to kill the Soul before we go to Fire Giant, but that might not be possible because she's taking a pretty defensive position over there. However, if we catch her off guard trying to come in here, then maybe, or at least just getting her to back off completely is enough so that we can get that Fire Giant uncontested. Ooh, she almost died. Maybe I shouldn't have turned around. Literally one auto attack from me would have allowed me to get that kill. That's so unfortunate. But yeah, so as I was talking about earlier with buying like a bunch of like a prophetic cloak or a bunch of protections could be very valuable. At the same time, these items that I'm using, like the Omnida's Charm and the Stampede, like I think you can start to see just how impactful they are. And specifically for the Omnida's Charm, I bought it for the reason that they have an execute, they have an Achilles. So if someone falls under execute threshold and he starts charging up his ultimate, that Amanitas Charm proc could be the differentiating factor between someone getting executed or being able to walk away. So it's a nice little way to counter Achilles' very powerful ultimate in the later half of the game. I won't be able to save the Pele, but I will make sure that I'm able to deal as much damage to ensure that she gets a kill before dying. Beads does get popped by both the Achilles and the support. It might have been the group beads. And now we're looking like we are in trouble. Again, this is one of those situations where even if I do stick around, I won't be able to save my ADC, so there's no real point in staying. Scylla is, however, coming up behind me. Or sorry, I lied. Neith is. Scylla's like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing up there, to be honest. But yeah. And then Stampede is just a great way to either initiate or disengage. It tends to be very... like it takes enemy teams off guard when they see you just sprinting at them full speed. And it was probably a big reason why we were able to catch up to that one fight last fight right before we lost the fight right after, because Scylla and Neith were nowhere to be found. Not to talk shit, but we need our whole team at this stage. We're 18 minutes in, grouping around Fire Giant. We need our entire team to be there. But yeah, is there anything else I have to talk about at this very moment? Probably not. So I would love to get the polymorph item next. That would be a good pickup, but at the same time I feel like I want the group beads for two reasons. One, a good Bacchus ult, good enemy Bacchus ult could kind of ruin our team, and also a what's it called, the Humbat's ultimate could ruin our entire team. So having Talisman of Purification for that and being able to beads my entire team could be very valuable. And again, that's going to be a big part of a support's build. As you can tell, I got one item that helps me with my tankiness, and that's the health item. Every other item is for my team. Again, my job is to support my team, whether it be in getting kills, facilitating objectives, helping them get away, body blocking, making sure they're able to deal their damage through CC. Like in whatever capacity and whatever capability for me to help my team succeed, that is my job. And that's why the name is support and not, tank. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. So going into the Talisman of Purification up next to help my team through those big team-wide like CC focused ultimates. Now Bacchus has jumped in. I'm going to go ahead and shell before the Scylla ultimate hits so that Pele doesn't get absolutely demolished. And now, or not Pele, sorry, I keep mixing up the people. Scylla I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning. I'm gonna jump after him here and hit him with the stun. I do have my ultimate as well that I can hit him with here. Probably didn't need to do so. I didn't think my team would rotate so fast. And now Soul is extremely out of position. And with the minions in mid, this Phoenix is all but done for. And after this Phoenix, we can probably look into a sneaky fire giant to further exacerbate our lead. Don't have any active items here to use, but it's only the Scylla, so we're not going to need them. And also with the Achilles being back there, we can probably, I mean, maybe not end, considering that Bacchus is up in 10. Let's just go for this tower. Anyways, after you kind of get your 3 active items to assist your team with in whatever situation they're in, oh, rip, they surrendered. Then you can focus on items that help you get a little bit tankier, whether it be some mitigations through something like an Oni Hunter's Garb, a Spirit Robe, which gives you some protections. Just items that help you survive to be able to apply your utility in CC more often. A bit of a shorter video. I know I haven't posted support in a long time, but I'm glad that I was able to get some support gameplay. For those of you that play support, I know you guys are neglected a little bit by every other content creator, including me. I'm going to try posting a little bit more support gameplay to help you guys out with that for those of you that love playing support. With that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I think I forgot to mention the Twitch. You can follow me if you want to watch me stream on Thursdays and Fridays. It's a bit of a different experience. You get to ask me questions live, and I always love interacting with you guys in a live setting. With that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.